This challenge is gonna be a breeze.
8 hours later.
Never again. Hey everyone, I am right now mile 3. I'm getting started on of walking. I couldn't record earlier because it was too dark out. And I also realized that it's better recording than here because there's a lot of birds in the background and nature stuff because I'm walking at my high school track. I went to high school and it's very noisy out there, so I'm recording in here for now. But so far, it is super easy. I'm listening to an audiobook during my walk. Yeah, I got nothing else to say. Nothing crazy's happened. I'm alright. So yeah, I'll get back to you very soon. Never mind, I lied. I am not going to sit in the car and just talk because that would be super boring. That would be a terrible video. So here I am walking. So I am 5 miles in and I'm feeling good, no problems. So that's definitely a plus. One thing I like to mention is usually you see people on social media just like take videos or photos of sunsets, but I'm telling you, sunrises are just as beautiful. It's really nice. Yeah, I'd like to give a warning, an apology if you hear a lot of birds chirping in the background. I'm not sure how that sounds in post-production, but right now it's super loud, even through my headphones as I'm listening to an audiobook. But yeah, look at my view though. Hold on. I am about 1/5 of the way done. I got this. I got this. I got this. Right? Maybe? I don't know. But right now it's just like 75 degrees Fahrenheit, and in a couple of hours it's supposed to jump up like another 20 degrees, which is why I started so early this morning, so I won't be dying later. So yeah, wish me luck. So I forgot to mention on what and how I am keeping track of my distance because I forget what lap I'm on. So I'm gonna do a check right now. I am using just my phone. I don't have an Apple Watch or a Fitbit. I am using an app called Map My Walk. You can see, you can't see. Shows you the time, the distance, my pace, and my calories burned so far. I have walked 2.5 hours for about 8 miles. I burned 772 calories, so alright, problem. I, for some reason, wanted to drink a protein shake on an empty stomach during this. So, that makes for a oily machine, if you know what I mean. Here soon, I'm gonna have to release the Kraken. And the restrooms up here are locked, so soon I'm going to have to drive down into town in some kind of restaurant or something, fast food place, and use the restroom. Too much information, I know, but don't be like me. Don't drink protein on an empty stomach while walking with no access to a toilet. Alright, so I finished the walk. I'm sorry I didn't record from the last update. I don't know, 12 maybe. I was so focused and so driven and so motivated. I'm in so much pain. I'm going to weigh myself as soon as I get in the house, take a very cold bath, then sleep until tomorrow morning. Well, I think I might got sunburnt too. I think I did. Oh well. Challenge done. Never again. Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Whew. Alright, what's going on everybody? My name is Sean and welcome to my video. Today I am going to be discussing my experience from me walking a marathon yesterday. So today is the day after and I have a lot to talk about. So first, I'm sure that you can tell as soon as I sat down, I have sunburn really bad. Look, really bad. So yeah, it's very painful. That's probably the worst part from this whole journey. But it's all right. I need to get tan. By getting sunburnt is how I get tan normally. So yeah, everything's fine. I'm not dying yet. I'm looking on my phone. I'm gonna put up the screenshot somewhere in this area over the be happy sign. So I walked for a total of 8 hours and 2 minutes and 30 seconds. I covered the distance of a marathon, which is 26.2 miles. My pace is 15 minutes, 1 second for the last mile. That's because it's faster than my average mile, which was like high 18s, low 19s. This one was faster because I ran the last lap. I was very motivated and I was very driven to get this done and over with. But oh, there it is right there. My average pace was 18 minutes and 24 seconds. And I burned apparently 2,600 calories, 2,628. I'm not entirely sure if that's really accurate or not, but hey, it's the only way I got on that. And through my other health data tracking app, I walked more of a distance because from me to my car and from the car to the track, and I stopped downtown to, you already know that, but yeah. So I walked probably around 53,000 miles during that whole marathon, which is a lot. The average person is supposed to walk between 5,000 and 10,000 a day, I believe. But I decided to measure my weight loss from before the marathon and after the marathon. And if I remember correctly, I can't remember because I didn't look over the footage yet, but I'm pretty sure I weighed 174.6 or 0.8 before, and I weighed 171.8 after the walk. So I lost about 3 pounds from just walking, and that's kind of crazy for me to think about. I'm not sure what I expected because I drank like 5 bottled waters, a body armor, a Gatorade. I had like 3 protein bars, a peach. My friend brought me a peach, and some other small snacks like nuts and stuff. So as I talked about during my updates from the marathon, I was fine up until like mile 13. After that was when the weather started rising, like the temperature started going up and it started getting more humid and more hot. So I started sweating a lot more and it started getting hard. My legs started to hurt. My knees were trying to like crank that Soldier Boy, and my hips were moving like Shakira. Not in a good way though, like, you know what I mean? But yeah, it started getting really hard it was hard to find motivation, but I did find a huge motivation, and that was through the audiobook. I listened to the full audiobook from Ryan Holiday, and the book is called The Obstacle is the Way. I already read the full physical copy of the book in one sitting, but I just decided to listen to it because it was such a great book, and it's actually the book I have to review. I don't know when this video is gonna get released, but it'll be tomorrow from me recording this right now. But yeah, and there was a quote in that book, in the audiobook, well, both, that really hit me and really just like got me going. Hold on, I'm gonna go find that. Okay, for some reason I cannot find the book. It's hiding from me somewhere. But after I read books, I put my favorite quotes and lines on the index cards, and I actually found the part I was looking for, and it's right here. So I'm gonna give you guys some value. Hopefully you could take this with you. There's a fly somewhere. All right, this says, it's one thing to not be overwhelmed by obstacles or discouraged or upset by them. This is something that few are able to do, but after you have controlled your emotions and you can see objectively and stand steadily, the next step becomes possible. A mental flip. So you're looking not at the obstacle, but at the opportunity with it. And what I want to talk about that quote for and why it hit me was because the whole reason why I actually did this marathon was to check in with myself physically and mentally to see how strong and capable I am of being able to control my mind, control my body, and just see where I'm at. So the whole obstacle, of course, is the marathon. Duh. But I keep saying Alright, I lost my train of thought, but I got it now. So the obstacle is the marathon, and if I would have seen it as like a hard time, terrible thing to do, then I probably wouldn't have finished it or even came close. I probably would have quit around like mile 18, maybe, I don't know. But if I seen it as an opportunity to test my full physical and mental capabilities and to just like really get after it and like prove to myself how strong and how willing I am and how driven I am and how inspired and motivated I am to do things that are hard and very uncomfortable. I'm sorry, I'm getting all like passionate about this. I'm getting really motivated. But I got to listen to it. I'm like, this is the obstacle, and I have the ability to choose if I am going to walk away from it, if I'm going to see it as this impossible task, or if I can see it in a more positive way as to that this is meant to be here. So I'm gonna go right through it. I am going to do whatever it takes to get past this obstacle, to fight, scratch, crawl, run, jog, whatever it takes to get through this marathon. I am going to do it, and no one or nothing is going to stop me. And that's the mentality I had. That was around like mile 13 and 14. And I turned out to have the fastest 2 miles. Stop it. After that, I went from averaging low 19s, high 18 minute splits per mile to, I went to 16 minutes. This fly is annoying. 16 minutes to 15 minutes, and back to 17. Then I hit a few more 17s. Then later on, I got back up to 18 to 19. But that really stuck with me the whole rest of the walk, that I have the ability to choose how I see the obstacle and understand that to grow as a person, you have to be put in these uncomfortable situations, and to know who you are is to be able to see how you see these obstacles and how you get through them, how you progress through them, how you become afterwards, who you become during the whole process. And that just blew my mind. Like, I read it the first time, but since I was actually living and going through an actual obstacle, it hit different. Okay, this fly, I am going to kill it. So me walking this marathon, this is my afterthought about the whole thing. Was it worth it? Definitely. Do I recommend it? Sure. I mean, if you're willing and you have something to prove, or if you just want to do it just to add to like a milestone achievement. Like, for me, walking a marathon was something huge, but to some people that have done it or just think otherwise, it may not be a big task to them. Like, I didn't run a marathon, I walked it, and it's not like I climbed Mount Everest or something crazy like that. But 26.2 miles, that's a lot of walking. And if you want to do it, go for it. You know, I support you all the way. My biggest tip, if you are wanting to do this, would be to walk on as much grass as you can. I found that very helpful for me. I started walking on the inside of the track, like on the grass part, on the straightaways, not around the turns, but on the straightaways. I walked on the grass. Why I recommend that is because, you know, the grass is softer than the actual track or concrete or whatever surface you may be walking on. It's a lot easier on your legs and your foot and all that stuff. But the only problem is that it's not as reactive as the track. Like, when I was walking on the track, you know, it's instant, you know, get your foot off the ground. But if you're walking the grass, you kind of soak in a little bit, and you have to bring like your legs up a little bit higher. So you're gonna walk a little bit slower, but it was worth it for me because my legs would be way worse than what they are right now. I actually just talked about my legs right now. I'm not really sore at all, surprisingly. As soon as I got home, after I weighed myself, I took a cold bath, and it was like the greatest thing ever. I didn't feel it at all. I just walked in the tub, sat down, and just sat there for like 15 minutes. I didn't feel anything. I even filled it up with ice cubes, the whole actual ice bath. But yeah, that's really the biggest tip I have. I don't really know what else to recommend. You know, bring a towel for when you sweat. Sunscreen. Look, if you're walking shirtless, like I did most of the time, if you don't want to sunburn, please use sunscreen. I was an idiot, but I also wanted to get a sunburn because that's how I get tan. So, but yeah, bring some tan lotion. Make sure you have a lot of liquids. You know, I had 5 bottles of water, body armor, and a Gatorade, and I was still kind of thirsty afterwards. Make sure you have snacks and some kind of fuel because it's impossible to walk for 8 hours straight and not eat anything during that whole time if you do it in the morning like I did. Walking clothes, shoes. Make sure you have shoes that have cushioning, some kind of running shoes. I use Adidas Ultra Boost, which are very popular and a very well-known running active shoe nowadays. So if it wasn't for them shoes, yeah, I don't know if I'd be able to finish them. And make sure they have cushion for sure. Maybe bring some kind of water spray to cool you off. I sat down in my car a couple of times to cool off. I turned like the the cooling on, full blast, and I sat in there. So yeah, those are my tips for walking a marathon. Is it probably bad? Like, let me know down in the comments if those were helpful for you, or something else someone may find value in, or any other tips if you have walked a marathon, or some things that may be smart. Whatever it is, let me know down in the comments for other people to look at and myself. If you're liking this content so far in this video, I want to ask you to give this video a thumbs up, comment down below, click on the subscribe button, and follow me on my social media accounts. I'm gonna plug it somewhere right here, just Instagram and Twitter. It's the same username, at Sean Jeter _. That's where you could best engage in a conversation with me if you would like to. I'm more than willing to hop on and engage in any conversation with you guys. So if you would like to, follow me on there, follow me on here, subscribe, and I am gonna be posting more content here very soon related to fitness and challenges and overcoming limiting beliefs and like mindset shifts. So all kinds of great content is coming this way to this channel. So hopefully you guys can stick around and enjoy. Also, comment in the comment section down below, or message me on Instagram or Twitter. What other kind of challenges would you like for me to do? Like any kind of push-up challenge or whatever. Back in January, I did 300 push-ups for 30 days. That video is also on my channel if you'd like to see that. So I did 9,000 push-ups in 1 month, and that was a huge improvement. That was a fun challenge to do. So if you have any other ideas, feel free to comment it down. I may or may not do it. You never know. But yeah, I'll also do that. All right, so this wraps it up for the video. I hope you enjoyed. Share it to your friends, your family, your dog, your cat, your grandma, the nice lady down the street, to your ex, to everyone, if you think they would enjoy it, of course. But yeah, I will see you next time. Peace. Bow. My face hurts. It has so much sunburn. Okay, this fly is going to die. I am going to find you. Oh, you like my shirt? Readers or leaders? Follow Book Thinkers on Instagram. Bam. Don't worry. Be happy.